Hey, this is Dix, your very friendly exJW, very friendly, very X. And I just got my camera set up, so I thought I might celebrate by telling you a mini JW life story. Are you down for it? Here we go. Okay, this happened probably I don't know, when I was a kid. Pre-5 for sure. I was maybe 4 or 5. It's one of my earlier memories. We were at the Kingdom Hall cleaning. And of course, if you are at the Kingdom Hall and you are cleaning, then children do what their parents teach them to do, which is to habituate them to becoming a slave and doing slave labor, right? So, as kids, your job is to go between the seats, between the rows of seats, and pick up the little pieces of paper because everybody's got to do something. And around that age, I like to hide. That was like a thing that I did. So, when we were getting close to being done and I'd finished my privileges, I went and laid down between a row of seats towards the front and hid. I was expecting my parents to look for me when it was time to go, and it would just be a funny little thing. Well, they didn't look for me. They turned out the lights and locked the door, and as far as I know, left. And so here I was, 4 or 5, somewhere in there, in this big empty Kingdom Hall all by myself, and I freaked out. I was terrified. I ran to the front door and I couldn't get it open. And, I didn't know what to do. I mean, I could reach a light switch so I could turn the lights back on. But I was just uh, hysterical. I mean, I started crying and sobbing, and I was like, how am I going to get home? How am I going to get out of here? Nobody knows I'm here. What am I going to do? Um, I remember I was thinking about, okay, there's a telephone in the library. Maybe I can call somebody, but I didn't know who to call. I was just terrified, terrified and traumatized. Um, and I don't know how much later it was that my parents came back in and said, "Oh, we forgot you. Ooh, maybe you shouldn't hide anymore." Um, and, from that time on, I thought they actually forgot me. Now, as an adult, I realize, okay, they might have just been screwing with me, but I was a really compliant, obedient, people pleasing kind of child, like most JW children are programmed to be. So, really, all they would have had to do was say, don't do that anymore, and I wouldn't have done it anymore. I didn't have to be left with a traumatic memory half a century later. But JW parents are not particularly warm and fuzzy. So that was my getting locked in the Kingdom Hall by my parents' story. Anyway, let's see how this recording goes, and thanks for joining me. Peace out. Bye bye.